Alright, so I'm pick up from where I left off with the world quest, Chenyu's Blessing of Sunken Jade. Now do note, this was technically started when I did the waypoints of the Upper Vale, but this is technically going to be the first part of it because I had no choice but to go through the one thing in order to get to the waypoint. So, I mean, I could have gone around, but I was being extremely lazy, I'll admit it. So anyways, this is going to be the first part of it after talking to the one villager who convinced us to try and pretend that we are a Shinsho. So here we go. Uncle Luo, this batch still isn't any good. They're not fragrant enough when you dry them, and they get so dry and brittle that you can't even put them in the roller. Even the ones that survive the secondary process come out the other end a complete disaster. Are you sure it isn't a problem with the machine? Are you sure you haven't forgotten how to operate it? What a thing to say. How could we dare to be careless, with you looking over our shoulders? How could you, indeed? Aya, it's Grandpa Lu. Jin, get back to work, and this respectable-looking young man is... Oh god. I am but one who comes to aid of the oppressed in their moment of need, a disciple of Ginyu. Or Ganyu. What the heck? And you even proclaim yourself a master of the Ginyu clan? This is the young master of the Feng Yun Karmat skill. He really likes reading wandering hero novels for fun, and the landscape of Chenyu Vale is filled with a mysterious mystique. It must have gone to his head. This is my servant. It will suffice to call her Mini Pie. Okay. That's it. Call me Mini Pie. Oh, in that case, welcome, welcome. A guest like you is a rare treat indeed. We have been quite reliant on the assistance of the Commerce Guild for many a year. But as for what's happened this year, I suspect you have already heard about it. What's wrong? You're looking pretty miserable. Did Jin mess up at work again? Ha, you old... Mocking me again? My apologies, dear guests. Normally I would invite guests from afar to sample our new teas, but this year's batch... well, you know. No need to stand on ceremony, Chief Luo. We're here to help. Yeah, the young master is very concerned about the tea leaves, so there's no need to be so tied up with formalities, Chief Luo. Haha, very well then. To tell the truth, this batch of tea leaves is no good either. They can't be dried, and I can't tell if they were bad when they were picked, or if it's a problem with the medicine in our workshop, or machine in our workshop. How's that different? Why not just use some of the older leaves you have in stock, and see if the product you get from drying them is any different. If the product is normal, then you'll know it isn't a problem with the machine. Seriously, I've told you before. Forget it. As we have important guests present, then I'll give your method a try. Jin, do you have any fresh tea leaves remaining from older batches? There's some in the warehouse. What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, good one. We've been talking here for a good long while now, and you weren't even listening to a single word, were you? Go fetch some of the older batches and process it along with some of the newer stuff that Grandpa Lu brought using the machine. Don't you dare skip a single step. I'll be watching you. How about this? I see our two guests are quite young. They might prefer snacks to tea tasting. Why not turn these two batches into tea cakes? The quality of each will be evident with a single taste. What do you think, old Luo? Agreed. We'll do just that. Jin, listen up. Take these two batches of tea leaves and make them into two different tea cakes. One cake from each batch. Don't you dare get even a single leaf mixed up. Yes, sir, Uncle Luo. You want me to mix them all into one cake? Oh, I can't even... He sounds like he's got a bit of a dummy on him. Sorry for the long wait. We've got both tea cakes here. Let's try them one at a time, shall we? Well, how's the taste? The first one tasted a bit strange, but the second one was delicious. I agree. Tea cakes made from the tea we had in stock taste fine. Alright, you win. So according to you, the tea processing machine is fine. In other words, the problem is with the tea itself. This new batch of tea is just not as good as before. So the water and soil. But perhaps it's the cauldron that's the problem. It's old and in disrepair, which must have offended the Adeptus, causing the tea to deteriorate. No, it's the soil in the water. It's the elements that nourish the soil. Enough! Let's get that technician in charge of the tea cauldron in here first. Isn't that Fontanian, the one from the Fontaine Research Institute? Hot, what was it again? Such names are a pain to pronounce. Jin, go get her. Jin? Just where did that lazy loafer ascend to this time? That brainless nitwit. I was going to have him go to Yulong Wharf and search for our technician. Would you specifically need someone from Fontaine to fix it? I'm an honorary senior researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. I never imagined the young master of Fengyang Commerce Guild to be so skilled. That makes it easy. Please, if you'd lend a hand. It's just an honorary title. Honorary. Oh, is that so? Well, it still speaks to the abilities of the young master. Even the honors of foreign nations are not beyond reach. So you see, honored guest, I'm really sorry, but I need to trouble you to go to Yulong Wharf and find our technician. Miss Oatmoon Tenyi. It's more likely than not she's found herself a show there that she can't tear her eyes off. How could you possibly dare to ask our guest to do such a thing? Old Luo, you understand me. Our honored guest already had business to attend to at Yingling Wharf, and it would just be passing along a message on their way. It's nothing, really. Is that so? Is that so? It would seem to be so. I'm truly sorry. Then if you would, honored guest, Old Lu, I'll leave it to you to accompany them. Thanks for your hard work. You scared old Luo so much he was jumping at his own shadow. You mentioned earlier that you are here to investigate the water and soil, right? Best you head over to Yingling Wharf then. It isn't far from the headwaters, and there are ruins left by the Adepti along the way. So if you're looking for clues, there's your best bet. As for passing a message to Oatmoon Tenyi, well, please lend a hand, would you? Give old Luo some peace of mind, so he doesn't worry himself to death. Even Mini Pie can handle things so trivial. Hey, why are you still acting? The show's over, and what's with calling Paimon Mini Pie anyway? Anyway, just leave it to us. You can rest easy, Grandpa Lu. Such great kids you are. Really great kids. All right, I noticed that you two really enjoyed the tea cakes. Why don't I teach you the recipe? Next time you come by some quality tea leaves, you'll be able to make some for yourselves. In any case, safe travels. Be careful on mountain paths, and mind you don't slip. I learned a new recipe. Oh, this is a collectible thing. Okay. Ding. There's a fishy. Fishy wishy? Fishy wishy! Huh? A golden carp. I'm not going to read all that because I'm not going to be able to keep up with it. Let's follow it though. Fishy wishy. Here, fishy wishy. Oh. Some treasure hoarders.
I will have order.
Oh.
Stabilize.
Over here.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Disappear!
Okay. So now I gotta get these things moved in. How do I move them? Or do I have to move? Hold on. Use adeptal energy to light the lotus lamps strewn about the rivers. Use the lotus lamps' auspicious light to briefly light nearby lotus lanterns. Adeptal energy can be used to pack up a lotus lantern such that it can light all lotus lanterns in an area around you, or to place it at a suitable location. If you light all the lotus lanterns in a single area at once, something marvelous might happen.
I wonder what my dear sister Lynette is doing right now. Missing me to death, I'm sure.
There we go. Hee hee. Traveler, Paimon, you two are indeed brilliant. As expected, upon seeing my dissipated adeptal energy, you immediately understood the situation. Of course, we're super duper experienced adventurers, you know. Still, why didn't you say anything sooner? You didn't just forget, did you? About that. Should not the path of the Adepti be full of challenges? 'Tis merely a test of your wisdom. It was you who brought us here. Speaking of which, just what's the problem with the soil and water you mentioned before? Grandpa Lou was also sure that it was behind the deteriorating quality of the tea leaves. Yes, you too have seen Kweiyang Village. Should the quality and quantity of tea leaves continue to decline, so will the village, until finally, in the years to come, it degenerates back into what it was millennia before, a desolate mountain forest. I understand what you mean. Yeah, that's kind of hard to wrap your brain around. Can bad tea really destroy Kweiyang Village? It is true. The Lord of Geo would not stand idly by as a disaster befell. Were the sky to collapse, the Conqueror of Demons and other Adepti would do their utmost to support it. Should the waters under Kweiyang Wharf breach the dikes and flood, Leo Harbor would aid the village. But without tea, this stretch of mountains would, or Kweiyang Village, rather, would lose its very reason to exist in human eyes. That makes sense. When you put it like that, Paimon understands. So, are you two willing to help me correct the imbalance of the water and soil? Very well. Yes, that's excellent. Your willingness is commendable, and is quite grateful to you both. And one is quite grateful to you both. Now back to business. When it comes to how to resolve the disharmony in the soil and water, one is indeed well aware of what to do. First, you two must go up against the currents, and seek the jade treasures thrown into the waters. In the end, we must perform the ancient rain jade rite once more, dispelling the miasma that has settled over the mountains and fields into the rivers, and restoring the water veins and soil. Okay, got it. But, just how do we do the ritual? Adeptus Fujin, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. As for the ritual, it's still a bit early for that. Well then, we'll see each other later. And she's gone. According to her, we need to go against the current. That just means upstream, right? Hey, that's the same direction as Yaling Wharf. Let's go. Oh, somebody's watching us. Treasure chest.
Guess this'll go into my magic pocket.
Okay. What's in here? Anything in here? Don't see anything in here. Okay.
This is order. Gather.
Wheel of Life.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Heh, the entire girl would have been lost without you. I don't have much money on me, but please, take this as your reward. Don't be shy. Wow, you're too kind. This is farewell then. I hope we'll meet again. Okay, that works for me. I'll worry about that later. Ooh.
Step right up.
I'm going along the route because I want to see things and also collect things. Well, that was interesting. I don't know what that was about. I'm going to put a marker here because it's something interesting.
Stabilize.
Orders given. Orders received. Go. Let the magic begin! Step on up!
And voila! I wonder if this chest is some kind of trick.
Gather.
Nah. Thought maybe you should have something interesting to say, but nope. I mean, if I do her dialogue pass, she might give me stuff, but I'm not interested in figuring that out right now. Oh wait, did I finish this already? Oh no, that's just for me opening up treasure chests.
I wonder if this chest is some kind of trick.
Though I don't understand it in the least, I still think it's amazing. Just watching her stand there singing, or sing while walking around, or sing while sitting, and then sing while she lifts her hand and slowly lets it fall, all the while ceaselessly singing. I really don't know just what kind of magical powers the old lady has. Babbling, chanting, singing, reciting and crying. I haven't got a clue what she's saying, but it's amazing. Little Mao, can you understand? That's just how opera singing is. And weren't there fight scenes later? There was that old dude who could do 88 flips and tricks. Riveting stuff. Yeah, it's great. It's just a shame that I don't understand a thing. Whole bunch of people fighting and jumping all over the place, all super flashy and such. One on one, several all fighting each other, 5 or 6 taking turns. It's just almost addictive. Hello, we're looking for a technician from Fontaine. Chief Luo and Grandpa Lu said, what name did they give us again? Oat Moon Tenyi. Ah, yep, sounds like Grandpa Lu sent you all right. Just call me Hotamong. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. What? I'll have you know that I'm an honorary senior researcher. Seriously, is this really the moment to be comparing? Anyway, he's Traveler and Paimon's Paimon. It was Grandpa Lu who sent us looking for you. So you're colleagues from the Institute. Excellent. Looks like you guys couldn't stand that hopeless wreck of an organization either. Mr. Traveler, Miss Paimon, hello. I'm Little Mao, a friend of mountains. Yes, that's what my name means. Hotamunj can be a bit hard to pronounce, so I asked Little Mao just call me that. Really? Quite the interesting pair. How did you two meet? It was quite fortuitous. Last year I went to the mountains in the south for a spell and got lost in the fog. A huge beast the size of a Cal-Eton Lewis was glaring at me, and I thought I was done for. But just then, a little kid suddenly shouted at me. I followed the sound through the mist and got out and was saved. Otherwise, I would have been eaten, just like that. And my family in Fontaine wouldn't even have been able to claim compensation on my account. Yeah, I know more about what goes on in the mountains than the grown-ups. Is that so? You're amazing, Little Mao. Hotamonj. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Grandpa Lu and Chief Luo are looking for you. All right, got it. I'll go there in a jiffy. All the shows here are just so good, or just too good. I ended up watching several, one right after the other, and now my legs have fallen asleep. But I just can't understand a word. What sort of stories are they telling? It's about how, way back when, a huge carp and a monster from the mountains fought. A you kill me, I kill you story. In the end, everyone dies. That's a pretty concise summary. But don't talk about killing and dying so much, Little Mao. If you think about that kind of stuff too often, you might become the villain when you grow up. Since those in Kuiying Village are waiting on me, it's time to go. See you all later. Let's go watch the shows here again when you're about to head back to Fontaine. Okay, now that we've solved the puzzle, we can get back to business. Little Mao, how about you? What are you two going to do? Huh? To be honest, we're not quite sure how to explain it. The water and soil in Chenyu Vale are kind of out of whack, and we need to cure them for everything in Chenyu Vale to get better. I get it. Miss Paimon, it's trying to say... I get it. Miss Paimon is trying to say that we need to restore nature. Hey, that's right. You're really amazing. Little Mao, you get it right away. Restoring nature, you say. Did someone talk to you about that? That's right. A friend who's always taking care of me told me. She wants to restore nature too. If we restore nature, everything will get better. So I want to help too. She also told me about you two. Oh, so you've seen her too? Huh? You mean my friend? Of course. Silly Miss Paimon. How could we be friends if I'd never seen her? Fair point. That makes things easier. Actually, we want to... Paimon remembers we need to find the jade treasures in the water, and then do some rain jade right. But even though we've come upstream, we still haven't found any clues. Ah, I know. Come with me. I'll show you where to look. What? Is it really that easy? Little Mao, your friend wants to restore nature, right? Yeah, she told me a lot, such as stories from before Quang Village became Quang Village, how the tea trees came to be, and more. She said that things will get worse and worse in Chenyu Vale if the natural order isn't restored. Oh, looks like we're on the same page then. Little Mao, you just said you know where we could find leads, right? Yeah, I don't know if it'll help, but when you mentioned jade treasures and rain jade and stuff, I thought of it. Come with me. Yep, let's go. Well, this is actually a good point to end at since I just ended this section of the quest line. So that's going to be it for this part, and I'll see you guys later.